Hello humans, today's session we're going to go over 3 exercises one should be performing on a daily basis. If you sit for a living, you drive for a living, anything in time spent in flexion, these are simple, there's no reason why you can't perform them. The first one is going to really just require a towel or a belt. The idea is pretty much using this as an assistance device to improve on imbalances that all day flexion causes. So really simple, you're going to flip the towel over your back. From a back position, you're going to use the towel, you're going to grab it at the lowest point, and then you're going to raise the arm up as high as you can with the task of keeping neutral positioning in the wrist. Avoid trailing with the elbow, realign that the wrist elbow shoulder relationship. Also don't hike the neck up region as you try to raise the arm up. And once you hit a point where you feel a good stretch, where that is, could be in the front, it could be deep inside in the posterior or lateral region. Make sure it's low to moderate, hold it for 10 seconds, and all the way back down. Once again, we'll switch sides. The idea here is to use the towel to realign wrist, elbow, and shoulder. Hold it at a point where you feel it's moderate intensity, 10 seconds, back down. Very simple. Grab it. Make sure you're always getting it out of that internally rotated positioning. There's a lot going on here. So in between, relax for a split second or two. Grab the towel. Raise it up. Really focus on pushing the elbow forward. Don't hike the shoulder up or trap. Keep the wrist neutral and try to go as high as you can. Good breathing. Very simple. 10 seconds, 10 times per arm is a really simple and effective recommendation from a set and frequency. And that usually does really good normalization of arm. The second exercise, another simple one, requires minimal equipment. You can use a doorway, or in this case, in a demonstration, we're going to use a corner. So the idea here is, can I put my arms in a 90-90 positioning, meaning 90 here, and then from the spine to the arm is another 90. Then we're going to put one foot in the middle. We're going to avoid hiking, so getting the shoulders away from the ears, being in this position, and then we're going to use our legs to glide ourselves forward. Once you feel low to moderate intensity in the pectoral regions, the arm, you're going to hold it. The other part, what's going to happen is when you're in this position, you're going to start bringing the blades together. So all day flexion causes an imbalance in the humerus clavicle and scapular relationship. So internally rotated, protracted, and also adducted. So we're bringing everything back into extension, external rotation, abduction. So 90-90, you got to be careful. Moderate intensity, hold, don't arch the low back, and hold 25-30 seconds, and get yourself out of that position. 3, 4, 5 sets, all depends on how tight you are through here. You want to normalize without sacrificing other body parts because of the tension that you might feel in the muscles in the stretch part. Last part of exercise, very simple. Another wall exercise. We're going to put ourselves in a position where we're going to re-educate head, thoracic, and lumbar and pelvis relationship. So you should relatively have head contact, mid-back contact, and lumbar low back contact. Lumbar pelvis contact. And once you're in that position, we're going to put our hands in another bent position. And now we're going to fully extend while trying to make wall contact for 15 repetitions. As I do this, if there's any restrictions, you're going to want to flex, you're going to want to arch, you're going to want to elevate your ribs. So you're going to re-educate midline stability. Do your best not to do any of that low back arching, elevating the ribs, or flexing the head because the arms are tight and also weak. Weakness is, or tightness is weakness. So your inability to move the arms without any weights in your hands, just gravity, trying to make wall contact, is weakness. All day flexed, internally rotated, adducted. We're rebalancing and normalizing. These are 3 of the simplest exercises, and they're pretty much clever exercises that don't require a lot of equipment other than just finding a wall and like I said, a doorway or a corner. Very simple. Highly recommend.